Welcome back to another video, traders, and if you're new to the channel, welcome to Trading Trends. We got a great video for you today looking at Abbott Laboratories, ABT. But before we get into it, make sure you drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel, guys. Appreciate it. Thanks. All right, let's take a look at the chart. All right, real quick before we get into this, just want to give a shout out to Abel, who's a longtime subscriber. Everybody say thanks, Uncle Abel, in the comments because he suggested this stock. He's called out a few other tickers for us over the past, I don't know, however long, 6-10 months or so, and he seems to have a good eye for stocks in good position. So hopefully this is another one. This chart is a little different from some of the others we've looked at. I believe it is biotech, pharmaceutical, whatever you want to call it. I think one of their main drugs right now is a diabetes pill or formula. Not sure. Regardless, we don't care about that. We only care about what's on the chart. So we're going to start here on the daily chart, the 1 year, 1 day, and then we're going to zoom in gradually because they've only been publicly traded for a little over a year now. So we don't have a whole lot of data, but we definitely have enough. So first thing you notice looking at this chart is it's a profitable company. And they certainly showed a revenue ramp up over the first 9 to 12 months or so. 57 cents a share, 98 cents a share, 145. I mean, this is real money, and they're paying a dividend, which they're growing from 36 to 45 cents. So, I mean, this company makes money. Number one, first thing, they're a little inconsistent. It looks like the most recent earnings report was slightly down. So after the the growth of the earnings for the first three reports, it's a little disappointing to see that, but you can't go up forever. So they're still profitable, very, very profitable, still paying a healthy dividend. And then the next thing you notice is it's volatile, right? I mean, we've got here just very quick growth, then just a jump out from 102 straight up to 114. Now it's coming back into this. I mean, it was tough to figure out where to put this first growth trend line just because it's a little wacky, but you can kind of see there's a central thread here. Above this line we have volatile growth, and below this line we have some consolidation, still working towards the upside for the most part, at least until mid-April or so. We did hit what's an all-time high for this young stock in the middle of February. That was around 128, and since then haven't been able to get above this downtrend line here, but that could be an opportunity for us. So again, very profitable, but also volatile, and you'll see that especially in young biotech pharmaceutical companies because it's not always easy to anticipate revenue, right? Is the next drug going to get improved? Is it going to become popular? It's not always easy to anticipate, and that's why you can see huge gains, and you can also see huge pullbacks. Anticipated approval doesn't get approved, and stock prices get cut in half. So you never know, and things like that happen. As we can see, back towards the end of May, there was a huge drop off here from 117. It fell all the way down into this support at 105. So not a massive drop, but 10% in 1 day is certainly not what you want to see if you're holding equity. But again, these are opportunities. So I mean, you could have picked this up not too long ago, less than a month ago at 105, and it's already back up to 117. Saw almost 119 today. So stocks like this that produce money, produce revenue on a consistent basis, and have interesting products, you get a good entry point and you can make money in a hurry. So anyway, what do we have here? We have a medium term, long term ish downtrend line from this all-time high back in February, still staying below that, and now we have this uptrend from when we fell off the cliff just about a month ago. And so as you can see, the past 2-3 days has been a little bit exciting, and it's interesting. I was looking at the comments, and I'm pretty sure it was around Friday that Abel actually commented about this, saying, hey, can you do a video on this stock? And so since then, it's up about 7% or so from when he first brought it to my attention. So the past 3 days, continuing today with a slight pullback, have been very, very strong, and we're almost about to come up and test this downtrend line. So maybe we should have got in on Friday. I should have made this video on Friday as soon as he commented about it. So that's my fault, guys. But looking at the chart as a whole, what do I see? I see a little bit of convergence going on between the more recent uptrend and this longer term downtrend line. Maybe around the 116, 114 level. I don't know. Usually it goes into a support line. So I usually try to make these things converge around, for this chart it would be this 114 support line. But it's a volatile stock that's also young, so we don't have as much data. So this support could be up here, it could actually be down here. Who knows? We're going to converge somewhere in this area, and then it's either going to break up or down. So it's very tough to predict. And as you can see, if you're trying to make long-term predictions on this chart, you've probably been right and wrong about a dozen times over because it's so volatile. So what can we predict? And if you look, and I'm going to zoom out one more time just because it's easier to see. So we have earnings reports, and we can see every single one of these earnings reports was preceded by a nice little ramp up, from say a month prior going up. There's the next earnings report. The little ramp up right there. This earnings report back in January, nice little move. You could have made 20% right there. Even on the downside here, we had a little pullback, and then going into the next earnings report here, it's another 10% you could have made there. And so it looks like we're starting to see that again here. We have earnings coming up on July 22nd. It looks like they're going to report next, and it's kind of just perfectly in line with this pattern that we're looking at. Who knows? Maybe we're going to get all the way up to this level. I would imagine we're going to get rejected on this downtrend line, but with a stock like this, you never know. People try and anticipate these earnings. The way the market is right now, people pick a name and it goes through the roof. So who knows how optimistic people are feeling, but you could see something like that as we run up to this earnings. So certainly an interesting pick. Thank you again, Abel, for pointing this one out. Very volatile, very profitable. I think there's certainly an opportunity in here, and for me, I think this would be it. It feels like we might have missed it a little bit just because of these past 3 days have been a really nice move. Be nice to see a little pullback. Who knows? Maybe tomorrow we will see a rejection off of this. It could come back maybe into this 114 support. Be a nice time to pick it up because you still have another 3 weeks until that next earnings report. Goodness gracious. I guess I just should have done the whole video on the 1 year chart. It doesn't want to give me the views that I want to see anyway. But yeah, we should be able to anticipate a run up pretty close to this earnings announcement. So you still have a good solid 3 more weeks. So if there's a pullback somewhere in there, that'd be a good entry point. Or maybe just wait and see what happens tomorrow if we get a test on this downtrend line. We're either going to get rejected pretty hard, or we might break through it with some momentum depending on the volume situation. But I would expect to see this pattern repeat itself. It's been fairly consistent, and I think the reason for that is they've demonstrated that they have the ability to produce some serious revenue. So again, run up to this next earnings report on July 22nd. You should be able to bet on a nice little upside depending on where your entry point is. I would say these are difficult at times. So if you get a nice gain, 10, 15, 20%, take the money and run, because definitely don't wait until after earnings, because as we've seen, these don't tend to last. even if the reports are strong. Okay, so take your profits and don't get greedy. That's it. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like. It really helps out the channel. Comment below. Let me know what you guys think about this stock. Is anyone out there looking at Abbott Laboratories as well, thinking about taking a position there? And subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the content. I make new videos on a regular basis. Subscribe and you'll know when the next one come out, and turn on the notifications as well, please. Really appreciate it. Didn't mean for this video to go as long, but what can you do? It turned out there was a little bit more to talk about than I thought. But thanks again to Abel for calling this one out. If you guys have stocks that you want me to look at, let me know in the comments. I got nothing better to do. I'll make a video on it. Thanks guys for watching. If you want to see more of my content too, you can check out my second channel, Tesla Trends, where I do updated analysis on Tesla's chart every day as well. Thanks as always for watching, guys, and I will see you next time.